In a village that lay at the foot of the great mountain, there was a tale that had been passed down for generations, a story of love, fate, and sacrifice. This is the story of a young girl named Nyasha, and the serpent prince who changed her life forever. Nyasha was like any other young girl in the village. She was kind, hardworking, and beautiful. But there was one thing that made her different: she was the only child of a poor farmer, and she had a secret, a gift that she herself had not fully understood. The encounter with the Snake Prince. Scene transitions to Nyasha walking through the forest, collecting firewood. She hears a rustling sound coming from a dense thicket. Nyasha, whispering, "Who's there?" Suddenly, a large, shining snake emerges from the shadows. It's not like any ordinary snake, its scales shimmer with an otherworldly light, and its eyes are a deep, captivating gold. Nyasha steps back, heart racing. It was a snake, yet it was not just a snake. There was something regal, something wise in its eyes. And in that moment, Nyasha felt an inexplicable pull, as if she had known this creature all her life. The snake speaks in a smooth, melodic voice. "Snake Prince. Fear not, young one. I am Prince Zubri, cursed by the gods to live in this form until I find someone with a heart pure enough to break my curse. You, Nyasha, are that person." Nyasha looks puzzled and hesitant, but the snake's gaze is intense, filled with sincerity. Nyasha, softly. "How do you know my name?" "Prince Zubri. I know much about you, Nyasha. The village speaks of your kindness, and the spirits have whispered of your heart. I need your help." Nyasha, though frightened, was moved by the prince's words. She did not know how, but she felt a connection, a pull she could not resist. But the question lingered in her heart: why her? The curse and the promise. Scene shifts to a more serene setting by the riverbank. Prince Zubri, now in his serpent form, shares his tragic story. Prince Zubri. Long ago, I was a prince, ruler of a great kingdom. The gods, in their jealousy, cursed me to live as a serpent until I could find a woman pure of heart who would marry me despite my form. If I am loved, I will return to my true self. Nyasha listens intently, her heart heavy with sympathy. The weight of the curse and the promise sinks in. Nyasha, softly. "But, you are a snake. How can anyone love you like that?" Prince Zubri. "That is the nature of my curse. Only someone whose heart is as pure as mine can break it. But you must not tell anyone of our secret. If the village finds out, my curse will be sealed forever." Nyasha's heart is torn. She knows this will be dangerous, but she also feels a deep compassion for Prince Zubri. Despite her fears, Nyasha agreed to help the prince. She did not understand how love could exist between a human and a snake, but she could not abandon him. And so, a bond began to form. A bond that would test her heart, her courage, and her very soul. The forbidden love. Montage of Nyasha and Prince Zubri meeting secretly in the forest. Nyasha begins to care for him deeply, and the prince shares wisdom about the world. Their bond grows stronger, and their love blossoms, despite the dangers. As the days turned to weeks, Nyasha and Prince Zubri's bond deepened. She came to love him, not for his form, but for his soul, for the kindness and wisdom he showed her. In the quiet moments by the river, they would speak of dreams, hopes, and the future, if only they could have one. One evening, as they share a tender moment under the moonlight, Nyasha touches the prince's scales gently. Nyasha, whispering, "I wish I could see you as you once were." Prince Zubri's eyes grow wistful. Prince Zubri. "One day, Nyasha. One day, if you love me enough, I will return to my true form." The village's suspicion. Scene transitions to the village. Nyasha's mysterious absences begin to raise suspicion among the villagers. The elders talk amongst themselves, growing wary of her strange behavior. The tension builds. Elder 1. Have you noticed how often Nyasha goes into the forest lately? She's hiding something. Elder 2. Something unnatural, I sense. We must find out what she's up to. At night, a group of villagers follows Nyasha into the woods, witnessing her meeting with the snake. Panic ensues, and word spreads quickly about the girl who is in love with a serpent. The revelation and the sacrifice. The villagers confront Nyasha, accusing her of witchcraft. The elders demand that she abandon the snake or face the wrath of the gods. Elder 3, angrily. You have defiled our village with your forbidden love. You must choose, leave this serpent or face the consequences. Nyasha, heartbroken, stands by the prince, who now speaks with an air of authority. Prince Zuberi, with power. Enough. The curse is broken. You have all seen my true form. The snake transforms into a handsome young man, a prince with regal attire. He stands tall, with a commanding presence, his golden eyes now soft but full of love for Nyasha. Prince Zuberi, to the villagers. I am Prince Zuberi, freed from my curse, thanks to the love of this brave girl. She has chosen love, not fear, and that has made her stronger than any of you. The resolution. The villagers, stunned and ashamed, fall silent. Nyasha, still holding Prince Zuberi's hand, speaks softly. Nyasha. I have loved him from the start, not because of his form, but because of who he truly is. Love is not bound by skin or scales, it is the heart that matters most. The camera zooms in on the prince and Nyasha, standing together, their love now fully revealed to the world. Narrator. And so, Nyasha and Zuberi were married, their love forever unbroken by fear, superstition, or prejudice. And though they faced many challenges, they knew that true love could overcome anything, even the most ancient of curses. Ending, Scene 7. The Legacy. The final scene shows Nyasha and Zuberi living together in harmony, ruling a prosperous land.